Over to Sreenivasa Prasad, sir.
Good evening. Welcome to all of you. And first of all, my thanks are due to Madura College and especially Dr. Vail Murugan, who had been a very good friend of mine and guide in many of the academic interests, and IIBF and GRCF. So it's really a proud privilege to be amongst so many knowledgeable and educationally stalwarts and professional people. So I thank one and all for that. Now this is we were discussing, as I understood from Doctor when he was giving the inauguration and then what was happening in the day, in the morning sessions and all. We are in the FinTech version 2.0 and really at the crossroads, if you really look at it, the financial aspects of a lot of transactions and not only on the financial transactions, but on many things. So what we will do, we will cover a small video as well as a very small presentation, and then we will have a question and answer session. That will be the way in which we will be going. Now, before we start everything, what do we understand by blockchain? Because I thought my way of doing things is, if it is going to be totally one way, then it may be very difficult, especially after a post-lunch session. So I just wanted to know what may be the meaning of a blockchain and how it will be related to all of us. In fact, it is going to engulf each and every one of us. That is the thing. So what do we understand as a blockchain? That is what I would like to know from any one of you, just to one of you, so that we can get on to the discussion instead of, because certainly I can never teach any one of you because you are all experts on that field. So I can only share whatever little knowledge I have on the subject, so that together we can get better things known to all of us. Yeah, anyone? Can somebody help me? What do we understand by blockchain? And what do we understand? Okay, cryptocurrency is one of the applications of blockchain, and cryptocurrency or Bitcoin is not blockchain. That also we will see a little later. Can somebody help me, please? Anyone? I can go on mute. Doctor, before I proceed.
Sir, you proceed, sir.
I'll proceed. Okay.
Yes,
thank
sir,
you.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So before that, this blockchain is going to change the complete this one. Well, let's have a quick look at this video. It talks about 19 industries which will definitely going to get affected because of this blockchain technology. So they are transparent, democratic, decentralized, efficient, and secure. But as we are discussing FinTech, there are going to be a disruption by the blockchain, as we are going to see. Many banking and payments. This is the first industry which is going to get affected, or it has already got affected. So what do we have? We have blockchain technology which is going to go to the places where the banking has not gone. So banking is one industry which is going to get, like Bitcoin-based remittance, Abra. We have a lot of things. Barclays is another uses the blockchain. So these are all the things which are going to really affect. Then banks are investing in blockchain. You must be knowing, in the recent budget speech also, our Honorable Finance Minister talked about this blockchain technology and the Bitcoin, and said that there will be a income tax on the gains on this. And then the other one, cyber security. This is going to get affected. We'll just see once we finish this video. Cyber security is the one. Blockchain is going to eliminate need of middlemen. Please remember this. SCM, supply chain management. Because every transaction is going to get documented in a permanent decentralized record, and it is going to be monitored fully, and it is going to definitely save time, cost, labor, waste reduction, emissions and all it will reduce, and understand the environmental impact of products. What is happening, since there is going to be a block and chains, people cannot change the old records and all. So there are so many frauds which are happening now. They will all get eliminated. Forecasting, we are going to have a lot of forecasting because we have all the record, and this record is available to everyone who will be having the access rights to get those records. Now the records are available, but they are in bits and pieces and in different places, and definitely in a different way. Networking and IoT devices would communicate directly, update software, manage bugs, monitor energy use. Insurance industry is going to completely change. We will have a look at it when we go on the presentation. So it is going to definitely manage the trust in entirely a different way. We will take this example of insurance. Already Oracle's integrate real world data with smart contracts. Smart contracts is the one which is going on. Real world data insurance will rely, and then they will be proceeding. So these are all the companies which are already in the blockchain on insurance. This one, private transport, ride sharing. You must be knowing, even in India, ride sharing has already come in. I'm not talking of Uber, Ola. There are ride sharing apps peer to peer. Suppose you are going to office in a big cities. When you are going alone, then you can take somebody if he is using the same app. So everybody's data is available, and all those things, the split of expenditure can be automatically taken care. What I will do, I will stop at this point because this is a bigger, this one you can go to the any of this public domain and have a look at all these videos. We will get back to our discussions. And I would like to know whether my presentation material is available to all of you on screen. Can somebody confirm me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So what we will have is, we will have a credit and acknowledgement, and we will just see in a simple way what is a blockchain, then introduction to the technology, then what are all the major blockchain applications, the early adopters, what are all the challenges in adoption, cryptocurrency, one of the other topic. Then we will have a recap, and we will have a Q&A, learn from others. So definitely the credit goes to my institute and journals and various bloggers, and a lot of crowd presenters. I have taken material from them. So the names are not known. There are people who have been giving, and there is certainly a disclaimer. This presentation is prepared only for the understanding of the concepts, and anything you are going to do, please do your own research and then get to know before, say, especially if you are going to get into the Bitcoin and all. So blockchain, what is blockchain? It is something like what the internet was known to be a buzzword some 3 decades ago. Now everybody knows what is internet, and everybody knows how we have to work on that and all. So blockchain is something like internet some 30 years back. Now internet is an household name. Right now, blockchain may not be an household name, but then the days are not far off that it is going to be a household name, even in India. In fact, now the internet has become a household name. All of you know that. Now, is blockchain relevant to us? Let us not discuss. Are we supposed to know this technology? Because it is better that we know it before it encompasses all of us. So let's not worry about it. Let's not get into the details of it. But what we wanted to know is, as early as 2nd July 2018, there was a blockchain news, and there was a trial blockchain for fertilizer subsidy payments and also on the PM's outlook. The subsidy payments was for GNFC, Gujarat Narmada Fertilizer Corporation, and 2016, one of the Indian states thought of FinTech Valley and adopted the blockchain technology in 2017. I am talking of 2016, and they thought of a FinTech Valley, and then they started adopting the technology. It is the neighboring state. It is Andhra Pradesh, which started doing a FinTech Valley in Visakhapatnam area. And this is the port area. And 2016, they went for a FinTech Valley, and they did, you can say, 5,500 jobs and 900 millions. This is the most important thing. Vizag attracted 900 millions in investment, and they wanted to do so many things. Okay, Later on, the government changes, the priorities changes. So let's not get into that. What's a blockchain? We will come to that. Blockchain is, this is the key word in blockchain, DLT. It is a distributed ledger technology. That means the presently or even in the past, all data used to be in one place. So if something can be done, it can be attempted to do in that particular place. And others do not know what was happening at the background. Whereas it becomes distributed ledger technology. So DLT we call, and for accounting, we will see one of the, I've just removed those things because I'm not talking to the accounting people alone. But so far in accounting, we started with a single entry accounting. Then we are in the present era on a double entry accounting. And in the blockchain technology, it is going to be triple entry accounting. So that is a separate subject matter, which we will see later in some other this one. Now, the individual enumerated, all blocks are given numbers, and they will have some of the reference to the previous block, and they have the reference to the next block. So the data is kept in completely a distributed manner, and with a lot of security and safety measures taken into account. And every block has got a connecting block on the previous and as well as the post. And they are encrypted with a 64-character password. We will see that at a later time. And this will be the blockchain if you really look at it. See, it is a block and it is a chain. So then it starts working this way. I'll close this because the resources are there. Digital stamps, timestamps, like a notary we had initially, if you see. And then Bitcoin, 2009. We all hear this name, Satoshi Nakamoto, but then whether he's a person, it's an organization, whether it is a he or she, it's very difficult to find out. We only know a name, Japanese name. It seems to be a Japanese name. People do not have much of an information beyond that. So we have got a data, and then we have got a hash, then we have got a hash of the previous block. So data will be there. Then we have got a hash of this black. This hash is, as I told you, 64-bit. So it is having a from, and it will tell you to, and this is a Bitcoin block example, and the amount. Hash, you can just have a look at this kind of a hash. Hash is something like a fingerprint. It is believed that no two people's fingerprint match, like that the hash of one block in the world will never match the hash of another block. So we have got a different hash because this particular block hash and the previous hash is now attached. So we now know what is the previous block or what is the next block. So there is a continuity maintained and they are tied to the chain. Then this is the hash of previous block. So this creates the chain. You have got a green block, yellow block, or a red block, whatever it is. They have different hashtag. So this is an example. Hash is 128F, previous block is 000 because it is a beginning block. The next is 6Q81. This is 1Z8F is next. BQ, 6BQ1 is the next. Like that, on and on and on. I've just given a very small example, taking only 3 blocks, how they are done. Suppose we change the second hash. Somebody tries to play around. Then 6BQ1 is not H62I. So that is not right. So you immediately come to know somebody has played around in a block. You come to know which IP address he has done, who has logged in. You will be able to pinpoint which country, which city, which location, who did this. That is what Dr. Mail Murugan, when he was introducing the subject, he was telling the banking completely is going to change something. So all these things is going to happen. Because of this, the block we will be able to know. Then it becomes a proof of work. Slow and steady. 10 minutes, 10 minutes. The Bitcoin mining. So it's a entirely a different subject. As we see, the Bitcoin mining is becoming very, very difficult these days. So Bitcoin mining, the more it becomes difficult, then the value also goes up. We will see the value of Bitcoin, what it was on 2012 and what it is on 2020. Let's do one thing. We will stop at this point and go to the next one. So blockchain is a disruptive technology because it is now disrupting everything, the way in which things are going. It is disrupting. And then we have seen what is a blockchain in a very simple way. And I didn't want to complicate with too many technical jargons and other things. And the most important point is this particular sentence: more secured and tamper-proof technology. We just saw why it can be a tamper-proof technology, because every block has got the hash of its own and hash of the previous block. If somebody changes any one block, the hash changes. What I told you, that 64 character password, let us assume it is a password instead of a hash. It changes. The next block will not accept it because it knows that somebody has played one. What the most important thing is, blockchain is not cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency is not blockchain, because many people think that blockchain means it is only cryptocurrency. No, cryptocurrency is one of the applications of blockchain. Now, this is about the how the clearing house is working presently, and on a distributed ledger, how it is going to work. In the core banking system presently, and on the clearing house, there is a centralized place where things go and then they clear and then it goes back to the banks for debit or credit. Once the blockchain distributed ledger technology, each bank can directly talk to the other people, and then the clearing of checks and other payments will be much faster. Now, what are all the major applications we will see? Supply chain management. This is one of the going to be a very big application. On-time deliveries, tracking of supplies, vendor evaluation. The next one will be smart contracts, because now the contracts are all written. Now we are going to have a completely a smart contract, because everything will be online. The execution of the contractual agreement and the payment details, everything will be online. So it is going to really reduce the legal cost. In fact, one of the industry which is going to lose its sheen is the legal profession, especially on the civil suits. Civil suits normally happen on the contracts. Otherwise, it happens on the land records and land dealings and all. So that is going to come down mainly because these kind of smart contracts are going to happen. The present contracts takes about 1 to 3 days. Here it is in minutes, it will be signed. There will be a manual remittance for payment. There will be an automatic remittance. When somebody does the job, then he is in the blockchain. The person who does the job is in the blockchain. The person who is receiving the service is in the blockchain. The job itself is in the blockchain. Once the job is completed, the block and chain understand the job is completed. It goes back to the contract. It finds out, yes, for this kind of a completion, we must pay this much amount. The amount is to be paid. That is also available in the contract, which bank account and for which place. So the payment is automatically done. That means the bill passing officer is not needed anymore. The bill checking man is not needed anymore. So many people, they are doing the jobs which are repetitive in nature, may be taken care by the blockchain technology. So, but people should not be afraid that they will lose the job, but they will have to reorient themselves. I think that is what these kind of workshops help all of us, because we are going to reorient ourselves in the new kind of a technology. That's what, like many of us, we are not working on a computer 40 years back, 30 years back, 20 years back. Now, even the very, very old people, they are much more easier in the computer when compared to all of us. Now, escrow, I think I'm not getting into what is escrow and all. Escrow is necessary in a traditional contract. Escrow may not be necessary, because the moment you make something out of that account, blockchain technology will come and tell you that he is misusing the fund. Expensive, fraction of the cost, physical presence, you will have to sign and all, virtual presence, like what we are doing today. So things have changed. So we are virtually doing many things, including teaching, learning, execution of contracts, And even ERP implementation, that is what I was introduced. Thanks for that very elaborate introduction. In fact, compared to all of you, I'm a very small man. By age, I have gone up, so I have some more experience. That's it. So lawyers necessary. I'm talking of civil suits. Lawyers may not be necessary because blockchain will ensure that there is no deviation anywhere. And accounting and auditing, high security environment, near real time eliminates reconciliations. Transactions are time stamped and tamper proof. What we saw at that time, data already captured cannot be altered even by the administrator because the data is not in single place. As I told you, it is a distributed ledger technology. It is available in different places. Healthcare, genuineness of drugs, tracking expiry dates, cost optimization. So one of the examples will be if all of us are on the blockchain, your medical records are available and the hospital knows your records, what kind of a medicines you have taken, when it is needed. I do not know, many of you must be experiencing this in major cities. When you buy a medicine from one of the shop, like I buy medicine from a shop called MedPlus. For 1 month, I have bought the medicine. On the 27th day, I get a reminder, dear Sreenivasa Prasad, this medicine you bought on such and such date, we believe that the time is up for you to buy in case you have to continue the medication. The whole thing works in an entirely different way these days. Education industry, I think I need not explain. Many things are changing in the education industries. Attestations and verifications are getting eliminated with your digital locker and all. Even our certificates and all those qualifications are available in DigiLocker of the central government. Fair value accounting, we will not get into this. Digitization of land records. This is happening in many of the states. Andhra Pradesh started it in the beginning. This is banking sector. When we come to the digitization of land records, we will be seeing in another slide a little later. Like we have got an Aadhaar. What they say, for it is a recognition or the identity of a common man. In Andhra, when they went for the FinTech Valley project, they have digitized all the records and they have given for each piece of land a Budar. Like we have given an Aadhaar card, there is a Budar card available with the landowners with the same kind of a codification and all that they have done. Now coming to the banking sector, we were discussing about this before start of the session. Infosys has already incorporated the technology, Finacle. That is what it is being done now presently, auditing and all. But then the best portion is minimizing the NPA. Early adopters, we will have a look at it. Government of India, if you remember, I was talking about early adoption of 2017 and 2016 and all. National Institute of Transforming India, NITI, and GNFC, Gujarat Narmada Fertilizer Corporation. This is what I was talking about, Budar, Andhra Pradesh. Every piece of land, Vizag has partnered with KPMG and BFSI use case reportedly identify blockchain and other tech solution. But this has not taken the full shape because of the change of rulers and all. Bajaj Electricals and Yes Bank, they started and did it in 2017 itself, payment to suppliers. I'm talking about 5 years back, 5 years and 2 months back. Blockchain technology they used. Once the truck comes in along with the material from the in gate, by the time it goes out of the out gate, Tata's did without even blockchain long time back, but that took a lot of effort and time. Here it becomes very easy. Once the material is accepted, the payment is made completely without anybody's intervention except for the inspection of the material and unloading and keeping the materials in the stores. Now, SBI has created a blockchain-based exchange for NPAs in association with the 30 banks. This particular information itself is time-barred. So I am not able to get the new slide, what is the current status, but 30 banks we know very well. And they are using, just see, in India it is happening. They are using data analytics. Sorry. Look at this. They use data analytics, blockchain, robotics, IoT, cloud computing, and AI. So that is what they are using. Friends, I'm outside. So my Computer says my internet is unstable. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Because my laptop bar says your internet is unstable. I am in a college and then from there only I am doing. Right. So IoT, Internet of Things and cloud computing, everything, bank and insurance have started coming. And how this is working. Previously, somebody can take a loan and then default in one bank, and then he or that company can go to another bank and then get loan. We know. Let us not get into all those details. Even before the Aadhaar, a single person can have a different PAN card and they were all playing. Now in the KYC, know your customer, Aadhaar has become a mandatory and GST becomes mandatory. So these association of 30 banks, now they have joined together in a blockchain. Anything happening on one bank, it goes into the blockchain, block and chain. So everybody knows, whoever got the authority. So if the same man or the same company or the same organization goes and tries to do a mischief in another place, blockchain technology will throw. So we have got all the new financial ecosystem. What are they? Exchange, hedge fund, finance, mining, rating, derivatives, remittance, transaction, all many things, whatever you can see. Now, yes, there are difficulties in the adoption, but then if you think that it is possible, definitely it is possible. So we will quickly run through this cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency, we now know what is money. Money is a medium of exchange. Previously, it was a barter deal. Okay, friends, I again repeat, cryptocurrency is not blockchain, and blockchain is crypto. It's not only cryptocurrency. That is what I just wanted to make sure that we have this distinction, though many of you may be knowing. So it was a barter, widely accepted. Money was a unit of account, recognizable, fungible, divisible, transportable, transferable. Last point, debatable, hard to counterfeit. To a large extent, yes. Now, money is a store of value, stable supply, durable, securable, stable value, all these things. But what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is a bearer instrument. I believe I need not get into the details of what is a bearer instrument. Like previous era, I don't think nowadays we give check. We do online transaction, or we do UPI, or we do GPay, Paytm and all. In previously, we used to give a check. When we write the check, we used to say, pay Sreenivasa Prasad, our bearer, a sum of rupees 2,000. That is what we used to say. So whoever signs at the back twice the check, if it is not a cross check, even if he is not Sreenivasa Prasad, he can take the money from the bank. It was a bearer instrument previously also. Later on, we found out when we go to TCA Sreenivasa Prasad and our bearer, even in the checks, our bearer words are now removed. So our bearer is not written, then only Sreenivasa Prasad can go to the bank, prove his identity and get the money. But the moment it becomes cross-check, then Sreenivasa Prasad himself cannot go to the bank, but then take the money. He has to put in his bank account and then only withdraw money. This is about we have developed on the check system and all. But cryptocurrency still is a bearer instrument. Whoever has the ownership, whoever has the cryptocurrency, or whoever holds the cryptocurrency, he is the owner. Whether he got it in a ethical way, non-ethical way and all is entirely different. If anybody holds a cryptocurrency, he is the owner. No other records is kept as to the identity of the owner. There is nothing like account, nothing is available. Easy to be anonymous. You can be anonymous totally without revealing your identity. Only thing is hard or impossible to replace if lost or stolen. By mining, by chance, somebody takes away, then you don't have it. Now it is a completely a bearer instrument based on digital cryptography. There are mathematical formula. It is not from chemical and it is a intangible asset because we cannot see that. It is available in the online and intangible. So it's based on a crypto algorithm, a different kind of algorithm where you will be able to go to the net and then try to mine your Bitcoin and all. And except some countries, very handful of countries, cryptocurrency has not been really taken up in a very serious way. Our country, as I told you in the beginning, have started, at least they started with the taxing of the thing, and then the government says that we will come with our own way of the cryptocurrency, and also it may take some more time. Now it's a highly, only thing is it is a highly risky proposition for the time being, because the rules of the games are not fully clear, or even if it is clear, it may be lopsided views. So it is a digital cryptography, downloadable money. You can't download a car, but then you can download this one. So what makes Bitcoin different? Bitcoin is one of the cryptocurrency. We have got Ethereum. There are a lot of other things. Since Bitcoin is the word everybody knows, it is like surf. It is like a Godrej bureau. Anybody buying in some time back, steel bureau, they used to say, I'm buying a Godrej bureau. Any washing powder used to be surf till washing powder Nirma came in. Then Nirma name also started. So the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is not the only cryptocurrency. There are a lot of cryptocurrencies available. Bitcoin is one of them, but it has gained a lot of name in the world. So it's a decentralized, distributed, voluntary. There is nothing like a central issuing or verification authority. It is by a Bitcoin Foundation, growing number of entrepreneurs accepting or basing new concepts on Bitcoin. Okay, relative to other, easier to transport anywhere in the world because you are not transporting physically anything. Easier to secure related to other electronic currencies. Immune to sovereign censorship, shutdown, confiscation, depending upon which country you are. Immune to inflation, bank defaults. So how does it work? It's a protocol. Unit of account is Bitcoin. Blockchain. Again, I told you one block, hash, previous hash, next hash. So it's a cryptographically signed transactions. I will leave this presentation with the organizers so that in case anybody wants to go through, you may please go through at your, because in about 45 minutes or 40 minutes, it will be very difficult to completely cover everything. I thought this will be an eye-opener and a knowledge giving at the macro level. So whenever they do miners, people who are trying to mine the Bitcoins are called miners. It needs a lot of computing power, very high this one computing power. So you just look at it, this one. There was a minted as of 2012 Bitcoin. Now today, Bitcoin, if you really look at it, these are all some of the details about Bitcoin. Every block creation to around one block every 10 minutes. Later on, it becomes later. So now these are all the network computing power you needed. So many power of computer is needed to do the Bitcoin. But what does Bitcoin look like? Bitcoin doesn't look like a coin. We have got two keys to a Bitcoin. One is a public key. So it is a 34 character starting with 1 or 3. So it's a public key. People who have been working with the digital signatures, you will be knowing what is meant by a public key and a private key. I can give an example. Suppose in your flats, a lot of this one is there. Somebody want to put your, what do you call, letters in your letterbox. So there can be two keys. One key can be common for all the letterboxes, so that that key can open any of the letterbox. But for you to get your own letters, maybe you will bring your own private key and open your letterbox and then take the thing. For even dropping the letters, the box is to be opened. So it goes and sits in another place. That other place is to be opened by only the flat owners. That is a private key. It's a very crude example, but you can understand public key and private key. Like in a place, the common place can be opened by a public key by, let us say, by 10, 15 people. But if they are having different rooms, then the private keys are needed. So private key starts with 5 and it is 51 characters. That's how it works. Now, these are all the things, how Bitcoin goes from the hard disk, digital diversion, comes to the SD card. Everything is on the computer. Now, the only thing is, Bitcoin, one Bitcoin was $10.83 in 2012. Even in today's rate of, let's say, 76 or 75 rupees, it was about, let's say, 820 rupees or whatever it is. The next one I have taken from the Google today morning or just before this, I updated the slide. As on today, as on 19th March 2022, one Bitcoin value is 31.81 lakh rupees, 41,709. So I have completed the presentation. So I thank you once again for everyone being a patient. I hope my presentation was fully heard because there were disturbances on the internet since I am from a college and using a mobile data only, not from the Wi-Fi. The floor is given to you people. So I thank you very much for this opportunity, especially Madura College and the organizers and my dearest doctor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for a nice presentation, especially this Bitcoin, how it works with the blockchain. Really, sir, one small question for clarification. Hopefully, are we going towards self-audits because of this blockchain technology?
Yes, we are going towards, I see what happens, self-audit means, again, there is an audit coming. We are trying to move towards an era where this checking back mechanism should not be there. When we do itself, things should become done. Like what we say, do it first, right, and every time right. That is what we are moving. See, auditing helps us to ensure that the mistakes do not repeat. But then if you really look at it pre-audit, I will say, I will rephrase the question. If the question is, are we moving towards pre-audit instead of post-audit? My answer would be yes, doctor.
Okay.
I will put it that way. Mainly because, as I told you, let's take an example of an insurance company. Presently, in the insurance sector, what happens? When somebody loses a precious life, then the nominee of the insurance company, he has to go meet the insurance company people along with the death certificate and identity and all those things. Imagine all of us are in blockchain. All of us, you, me, insurance company, corporation, doctors, medical hospitals, everybody. So a person goes to a hospital and by chance he loses his life. So because everything is in everything is in the blockchain. This is how it is going to work. So the doctor will limit, because you have got an Aadhaar card, because that is going to be a unique identification number for anyone. So the doctor puts this Aadhaar number, writes about the case history, and gives a initial whatever you call. I don't think it is a death certificate, a cause of death and all. He gives a certificate. Since the doctor gives and he is in the blockchain, let us say Madura Corporation comes to know about this because they now know the person and the doctor has given. There is no need for the patient, son, brother, mother, father to go along with a return certificate from the doctor, go to the corporation and give it in the graveyard and then take a clearance and all. Graveyard is again connected with the blockchain technology. So the moment you go and then you give the Aadhaar card of the person who has died, then through that he comes to know that there is already a record from the doctor, already a record from the hospital. So whether it is a natural death, unnatural death, if it is a police case, whether the police has cleared through the blockchain, then he gives you the receipts and then the death certificate is again made in the blockchain. It is available. Once the death certificate is made, since the insurance company is also in the blockchain, since the patient who died is also in the blockchain, insurance company knows that this man has died, so the nominee has to get the money. So you need not go to the insurance company to claim the amount. Everybody is in the blockchain. So we are doing all these things because everybody is not connected in the central system. Once the central system comes, automatically the insurance company will pay to the nominee as long as there is going to be no legal issues. Just imagine nobody moves anywhere, the jobs are done. I'm just giving an example. Today, it may appear to be a dream or I'm just talking like a Tamil movie, but then no, it is going to happen and it is happening. Today, you are sitting in your house and then you are able to book the train tickets. Am I right? So previously, we were going to the train reservation system, stand for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. There are many things which is happening. So I'm just telling, any insurance is going to work in entirely a different way. Banks are going to work in a different way. I had explained how these 30 banks together are on the blockchain. So, Doctor, I will rephrase your question. Are we moving towards pre-audit instead of post-audit? Yes, Doctor, I will agree. Yes, we are moving so that mistakes do not happen. Why to allow mistakes to happen and then try to correct? Let us not, let us ensure that nobody makes a mistake and the world is a better place to live in. That is what I would put it, Doctor. Yes, Doctor, please. Anyone?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Very, very nice, sir. And one more thing, whether India is it at crossroad with regard to cryptocurrency is concerned? Why no? That's are we lacking behind for cryptography, game theory, as well as computer networking, so that can't be mining process? Can't we take the mining process of the Bitcoin? Are we lacking on this particular area? That's why we Indians are in crossroads in this regard.
Doctor, we are not lagging on anything. In fact,
okay.
We have a feeling because the mass of the people may not be still aware of the blockchain technology, though they may be part of the blockchain technology already, as I explained to you. So we are not lacking. It's a new technology. The number of years we have taken to adopt new technology, about 30, 40 years, and the number of years that we take to adopt a new technology today is entirely different. We are adopting in a much faster way, and in many places we are the leaders in many of the technology.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Yes.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Madam. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your nice presentation. It gives a great eye-opener for our faculty as well as students with regard to blockchain as well as cryptocurrency, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for your acceptance in very short span of time. Doctor,
last one. If you have seen my backdrop is a blockchain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Backdrop is blockchain. And Doctor and others, I will be very happy to be associated with any one of you on any of the subjects because I always have normally I don't have any regrets in my life, but there is one pinching regret that I have never been a teacher in my life. So I accept any opportunity to impart knowledge. So that is my passion, or you can say in Tamil they say pith. So that is it. And thank you very much. And Doctor, I can stay for another 2-3 minutes because I have got a program.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you, sir. You go ahead, sir. You proceed, sir. Now, yes.
Thank you. I hope the program was useful to all of you. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Sure. Over to Jayalakshmi, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. As the sir said, it is really an eye-opening session. We came to know about what is blockchain, cryptocurrency, and what are the differences between these two. And sir also mentioned that various applications used in Bitcoin and blockchain. It's really an eye-opening session, sir. Thank you. It was very much useful for us. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.